Now they just turn off the music. So how are you guys feeling with this fun energy that we're in? So much going on in the month of June. And that's why I decided to have this improv. Let's get together and send this world some light, people, and ourselves, because when we're good and holding that light, we can shine it for so many people that are in a lot rougher situations than us that can't. So it's about getting together and doing something for ourselves, our family, our friends, and the world. Because whenever we do something good in the world, we shift to a better reality. So it's these beautiful things when we come together and send the love, we'll see it magnify. And so let's magnify the love in our hearts and all that good stuff. How's the balance? And you guys can hear me okay? The balance seems to be better. Balance. Perfect. Okay, good. I'll turn it off while I do the little talk. Today, I've decided to add in a little flavor with this meditation. And the reason is due to the many calls and emails and text messages about Brenda, I'm extremely exhausted. I don't know why. I'm just so tired. I'm so thirsty. That's another excuse, or not excuse, another complaint I get. I'm gaining weight by the second, and I'm one of those that will complain to that. I just feel so bloated with drinking all this water. The other one is I am seeing a cyclic pattern. I'm sure I let this stuff go, but it's like magnifying really huge this June. And some of this has to do with, it's an energy to go deep, to release the roots of things, but also I like to think of it more of echo energy, meaning the same old crap's coming back. It's almost like our higher self says, all right, Brenda, are you ready to get tested? Are we going to give you the same situation, the same thing? It's going to drive you nuts, but are you going to react like you did in the past? Or are you going to look at this as, wow, this is back? Well, you know what? It must be back for me to learn something. How am I going to learn from it and be very different about it? So am I the same person that would have reacted like I used to? Or can I see this as, you know what? All right, fine, you're here, but I'm somebody different, and that doesn't bother me anymore. What we tend to do when we have a pattern come back into our life is say, wait a second, I must be doing something wrong because I'm sure I cleared this a while ago. Why is it back up? Well, it's a test. Did you really clear every aspect of it, or does it still trigger you? So there's a lot coming towards humanity at this time. So if you have any patterns or frustrating situations or a bit of chaos going on in your life, breathe deeply. You're not alone. We're all in this together as we move through this human evolution, yet we're all going through our own personal trials and tribulations and those dark nights of the soul and facing our demons and looking in within our fear. But what a lot of people out there aren't doing is, oh no, it's his fault, it's her fault. No, they're doing this to me, they're doing this to me. And they'll kind of deflect, but they did this, but they did this, but they're doing this. Because we're deflecting to other people because we don't want to look within. Everything is something we're creating. So if we're creating chaos, we're creating the same things. All right, sometimes it could be an echo, and we're responding differently. But sometimes it's to let us know, hey, you're creating this still. What is it in your psyche? What is it in your belief systems that is bringing this up? I myself had some pretty cool challenges this last few weeks. And at one point, something happened in my life where I was mad for 25 minutes. That's big for me. I was like, I went through every emotion. I went through anger, sadness, confusion, blah, 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 blah. And I said, you know what? This is such a beautiful experience I'm going through. I'm going to go sit with myself and figure out what it is. What is that belief that's making me feel this way? The belief I came up with during that, I would say it took an hour to go through all these different beliefs to figure out what it was I was being penalized for holding the light. Everyone feel like that? Like I'm doing so much good and yet nothing goes my way because like I'm penalized for holding the light. Well, if I have this belief that I'm penalized for holding the light, what is going to happen? That belief is going to show me, hey, you're being penalized because you're doing this, or whatever the negative belief is. I'm unworthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable, I'm invisible. Don't want to have that belief because people will just walk you by and you won't be included in things. And people say, what's wrong? Why don't I get included? You could have a negative belief that you're invisible. So there are many different negative beliefs, and you need to find the exact one to match the exact frequency so it breaks. It's like, the lady sings and the glass breaks because she's hit that same frequency. So a lot of phrases, I'm not good enough, I'm inadequate, I'm not lovable, I'm undeserving, I'm invisible, I'm neglected, I'm alone, I'm unsupported. You feel the undertone of that? Their unworthiness. But look how many different ways you can say it. And every different way you can say it has its own frequency. So if you said, oh, but I dealt with my unworthiness, but you're still showing unworthiness in your life, well, that's a good indication that there's another negative belief similar in the same family, but you haven't quite hit that one. And because we are in some very powerful energy right now of manifestation, we're all manifesting. We're all manifesting all the time. We're master manifestors. We're creating a reality. The key is, how do you hone into what you want to manifest over what you don't want to manifest? That's really all it is. You're already manifesting. You're here. You're a powerful creator. So if you're manifesting things in your life that are showing up that you're not so keen about, don't get mad at yourself. Why am I manifesting this? And I'm going to throw some pretty crazy things up there. If they resonate, you may want to write these down. But let's say somebody has a sickness. And someone will say, well, no, Brenda, I don't want this sickness. Of course I don't want it. But then I'm going to ask, are you sure? Because are you really ready to let it go? And they'll be like, well, what do you mean? That makes no sense. Why wouldn't I? Sometimes situations we're in give us comfort because it's what we know. It's more familiar. It may not be the best for us, but it's familiar. So what happens is, if we have become very accustomed to saying, well, I can't do that because I have this. I can't do that because I have this. And I can't do that because I have this. Well, if I let go of that challenge that I use, I can't do this, I can't do that, and I become, say, healthier, able to do something, or now my knee doesn't hurt and I'm able to do things, well, what does that open the door to? It opens the door to new experiences, new challenges, and it opens up the door to unknown, because I've been kind of holding myself back for so long. And now if my knee doesn't hurt, or I'm not sick anymore, or I'm able to do that, maybe I'm a little scared. So sometimes we hang on to these negative beliefs, or these illnesses, or these situations that aren't really that great for us, for the fear of the unknown, of what's beyond that. So I know it sounds weird, right? I've done this myself. Like, I don't want to let go of I'm small, and I don't want to get big. It's not safe to be big, because if I did, and let's say I did blow up, and things got busy for me, what would I do? Like, would I have enough time for my family? Would I have enough spare time to meditate? Could I keep it together? There's so many different things that can run through our mind. And those fears, those negative beliefs, are going to hold me being small in this. But as you start to break negative beliefs, and you start to inch out, hey, you know what? That wasn't so bad. I can do that. And then you inch out some more, you break another negative belief, you inch out some more. And then you realize, when you're all following your passion and your excitement, you're never going to be guided into something you can't handle. You're not going to hit a brick wall when you are in that high vibration and moving forward to that call of your heart. You're just not. Because in that higher frequency, it's ease and flow. When we hit that wall, it's because we dropped our vibration due to fear or a negative belief that needs to break. So, yes, it's nice to be on that high, but sometimes we go down to experience, to let go something, and then we go back up. But when you go back up, you go a bit higher. So you can almost imagine, we're doing this, and then we go a bit higher, then we go this, and we go a bit higher, and then we go this. So we're always inching forward. It's almost like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. But if tonight you are ready to let go of some cyclic pattern, some habit that you can't break, or you think you can't break, or maybe you don't want to break, some negative belief that's been holding you back, and you know it's silly, but you don't want to face it, or maybe today you're going to make a powerful statement to yourself that I'm no longer going to deflect my issues on the others around me. I'm going to let go of any victim mentality I have, and I'm going to own it all. And that means I need to look in here to find out what fears I have, and to take that bold step into those things I want to try. Even though my negative belief is telling me I'm going to fail, I'm going to go for it anyway. Because really, then you tried something and you failed. What did you do? You learned from it. And then you learned you didn't die, you're still here. Do you know how many times I have failed? I have attempted so many different things. Sometimes things click and sometimes they bomb. But I'm so used to it now that it doesn't even bother me. Hey, I'm going to try that. And then I learned something new. Or sometimes it's, I just met a new connection. So I do all this thing. I may throw something out there, and it completely, what people would say, bombed. But I then met someone from that whole thing, and that led to this, led to this, led to this, which brings another story in. So we tried something new here. This is a while ago, actually. We decided to do a shuttle bus. As well, a lot of you might know, I lived in Oakville for many years. That's where So Brilliant started. And then I moved out to the farm. Well, what I found is a lot of Oakville people didn't want to come out here because they didn't like the drive. So we said, you know what? Why don't we do a shuttle bus? So we had a really nice SUV, fit seven. My partner loves to drive. He goes, I will go pick up clients and bring them to you for the day. So I put it out there, and it didn't take off. But what it did do is it filled up once. It filled up with some beautiful people that are still in my life. It was like the universe gave us this inspiration to throw a shuttle bus, and it collected these beautiful souls that are still in our life today that support us and we support them, and they become friends. And it's like we would have never connected at that level. They got to meet my partner Asim at a very personal level during the drive, and a beautiful relationship started. That would have never happened if we didn't follow the inspiration to do the shuttle bus. Now, the shuttle bus itself, the idea, flopped badly, but it had its purpose. It brought what needed to happen. So sometimes we can look at things in our life as failures, but if you got something else out of it, it's not a failure. And at worst, you learn something, right? You may have learned a new program, you may have learned something new, you made a new connection. So look at the silver lining, the positive. And if you can't see the positive in a situation, then look at it neutrally. But do not add negativity to it, because you will go down a negative way instead of more into a positive way. So just keep it neutral if you can't keep it positive. All right. So today we're going to get into a really nice meditation, the strawberry moon. And actually, I could have swore last night was the moon. It was pink and beautiful, and I was dancing outside. I was so excited. And usually I can't sleep, but I slept like a rock last night. Usually the moon energy keeps me awake, but I have been so exhausted lately. Has anyone been really tired? Like the whole month. I I usually can go from 7 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, tons of energy. And I was playing with my daughter. I drive this little car with her, you know. I told her the other day, I can't get off the car. I am so tired. I pretty well crawled off, crawled into her room and passed out on her bed. And I was snoring at like 2 in the afternoon. Like, that is not me. So if you are feeling tired, please give your bodies the time you need to rest. There are things happening to the human body that we can't explain because we're moving into a higher consciousness. So imagine we're all being based with this new energy, and Earth is actually moving to a new area in space. This new energy is coming at us. Our light codes are activating. Lots of things are happening. So go to your doctor if you need to. You know, a lot of people are having headaches, dizziness. You get that checked out. But a lot of people are saying, I've gone to the doctor, they say nothing's wrong. Why am I dizzy? Why am I tired? Why am I? And I'm like, give your body the rest it needs. Even after something like this today, what we're going to do is we are going to release a lot of negativity, dense energy from your field. What happens is your vibration and frequency are going to increase. What happens to your physical body? Your physical body has to acclimate to the new energy. What does it need? It needs rest, compassion, patience, and lots of water. And if you crave food that you never craved before, then give it that food because it needs it. Because things are happening that we don't fully understand. We just have to trust the process, that everything is happening for your highest and best. We have someone here saying they could nap every day, and they've never been like that. I'm the same way. I go, and lately I'm napping. And people are like, Brenda, are you okay? I'm like, my throat Like, actually, my throat started acting strange just yesterday. And whenever this happens, I always feel like my throat chakra, my voice is becoming stronger, and there's lots of work being done. All right, so be patient with yourself, love yourself, treat yourself like you would your very, very best friend, or your child, or you're someone that you love, because it's all about loving yourself during this transition, doing the best you can, and making the right decisions as best you can. All right. So I get sometimes we get tired, out of alignment. I'm hearing about people yelling at their kids. I never usually do that. I don't know what came over me. Breathing, breathe and hold it, and then let it go. Reset, recalibrate, ground yourself. Do those things. There's that extra added care we need to keep it together. And then on top of that, we have a lot happening in the world. So if you're sensitive, right, you're going to feel the anxiety and the stress and the worry and the fear and the trauma that the world's going through, because we're all sharing the water, we all share the air. So all that energy is something we're experiencing. We're a collective, right? So we want, when we feel that overwhelmed feeling, and why I like doing these type of calls, sometimes we feel so helpless. I don't want to say useless. It's helpless. It's like there's so much going on in the world. Like, what can I do for them? What can I do for these people suffering and these children and this and that? Well, what I can do is I can take a few moments. I can go into my heart, and I can send love to everyone and everything. And today, as we get into this meditation, this is what I love about these ones so much, is we get to bring in the love for ourselves, and then we get to include our family, our friends, our pets, clear our houses, and then we come to that beautiful beam of light that's going to just surround Mother Earth and weave through her and touch the hearts of everyone in the world. And we'll send that energy to the darkest places and the lightest places and beyond. And the neat thing is, this energy is so powerful. The light on this planet is so powerful that it continues to work for days. And you can imagine someone who's not feeling their best feeling that peace and having the best sleep. We don't know who's going to be touched or how, but one thing I do know is this does make a huge difference, because the light within us, the light that comes in, is powerful. And these group healings are so tremendous. And we have a really nice crowd out that's live today, 38 people. That's beautiful. Can you imagine the magnitude of love that is going to be sent? And this energy will include anyone that watches this in a replay, because there's not really anything like time and space that affects this energy. And the beings of light that come through for this healing know who's going to watch this in the future and how many people are going to watch it in replay. So you can replay it again and you'll get a different healing and a different healing if you choose to. Okay, so are you guys ready to go? I'm going to drink a bunch of water right now. So if you need to run to the bathroom, now would be a really good time. Please go grab yourself some water. How to get ready for this is you are going to be either laying down or sitting down. The one ask I would ask you to do is not to cross your legs or arms. Allow that energy to really flow. If you fall asleep during it, not to worry. It's not about hearing my voice. It's not about hearing the music. It's about allowing this energy to work with your higher self. Your soul is in charge of what happens. So whatever happens is for your highest and best, and it's always positive. You are surrounded in your own octahedron of love. And then we are surrounded in sacred space. Whenever we run these things, we are in beautiful safety. Imagine light beings or angels all around each and every one of us. All right. And although we're doing this by Zoom, the way I feel it is we're all in a room together. Which reminds me, I'm doing an in-person healing group. The first one since COVID. Oh my gosh! I've had things happen on my property here, but I'm gonna meet you guys halfway in Dundas, so you don't have to come all the way out to farm country. And it's gonna be a night. I think Wednesday, June 25th. I know it's a lot of people have things that are really happening because it's end of school and things. So whoever shows up, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna check out the venue with you guys. I hear it's a nice venue, and we'll get together in person for 1.5 hours. It'll be similar to this, but if you're like someone who likes hands-on, I am going to actually go around and touch people if you're into that, but people can have a yes or no. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, I've been guided on what to do. It's going to be different, fun, and I'm so excited to see who shows up, because it's always the right people at the right time. So if you feel divinely called, go to my website and sign up. All right, so let's jump into this. Again, music's coming on, and I am going to drink. Please drink some water, because we are going to go pretty deep today. Now, as you guys may notice during this, I am not going to close my eyes all the time, because what happens is the energy's been really intense, and I have this way of just kind of drifting, and I'm going to forget I'm on the call, and I'm just going to base in the energy myself. So to have this be for you, I need to stay a little more conscious and grounded as the energy comes through. So I will open my eyes, close my eyes, and if I, do go missing for a bit, I'll come back. Sometimes I just feel so good. All right, you're not getting my energy. You don't want my energy. You're getting these beings of light that love us so much. It's like we're being hugged and nurtured by 100 mothers at once. It's the love sometimes makes me cry because it becomes so intense. So if you do see tears in my eyes, they're just tears that can't be expressed in words. All right. Okay, you guys ready? Actually, I'm going to keep this a bit closer because I may want my water. All right, I'm already feeling bubbling up. So, if you did write down some notes and you have something you want to really release, bring it to the forefront, feel it. Have it magnify. Like if it's something you're angry about, allow the anger to magnify. It's okay to be angry temporarily or sad. And if tears come to your eyes, just let them go. Sometimes we allow tears because we're breaking negative beliefs, and that's just a chemical reaction. So whatever happens to you is perfectly safe. You're in that beautiful golden light of this beautiful divine energy. Allowing deep breaths. You can be sitting down or laying down. As you breathe in, I want you to hold it as long as you can, and then breathe out. I want you to take some deep breaths and hold them just till you feel it's uncomfortable, and then let it go. And you're going to do that a few times, and as there's tension around, you're just going to let that tension go. You can redirect this energy to anywhere in your body. Every cell is conscious, and they get very excited when we do this because we're consciously breathing and we are filling our bodies with light and love and support. And then, once you've taken a few deep breaths, I want you to find a nice breathing pattern that brings you in a state of relaxation. And in that state of relaxation, you can quiet your mind. But if it's still running around, don't bother trying to stop it. Allow it to do whatever it needs to do. This is not a mind exercise. This is a beautiful healing that is happening between your higher self and these beings of light that are going to assist in anything that you need. Now, some of you are going to feel the energy, and some of you are not. But regardless, it's working perfectly as it should for you. We're all different. We're all magnificent beings. So just note, whatever is happening is perfect for you. Breathing in and breathing out. Some of you might start feeling dizzy already. Just breathe through that. And if you're feeling a little anxious, I feel a little bit of anxiety out there, just breathe through it. What's happening right now is there's a beautiful clearing happening in your field. You're releasing things that no longer serve. And as that old energy releases, this beautiful loving energy is weaving through, surrounding every cell of your body, moving through your essence. You're energized. You're feeling good. And you're also feeling relaxed all at the same time. Beautiful. You guys are doing good. I can feel you're starting to calm down. You're allowing that energy to really work without resistance. You have to move, get comfortable. You just want to be in a position that feels right for you. And as your eyes are gently closed, and you continue breathing, you can imagine this protective bubble, a golden bubble of light. You are the center of attention. You are a love beyond measure. This healing right now is for you. It's time to let go of those patterns that no longer serve you. Those negative beliefs that hold you back. Those fears or worries that tell you you can't do something. Anything that diminishes who you are, let's bring it to the surface. Allow it to break. dissolving. They're releasing from your field. They're being replaced by this beautiful love. Now today, we have this powerful moon energy, along with a lot of energies that are supporting us from the universe and Mother Earth. It is the time for humans to heal, to let go of the old and move into the new. And as we take those bold steps forward, we're being supported and loved and cared for. But we may not always know it, but we are being gently pushed to be the magnificent beings we were born to be. Allowing a few minutes here to be with this healing, to allow this nurturing energy to heal, to release. Some of you might be tearful right now. Just allow those tears to flow. The emotions, allow them to go. Go through the emotions. Don't hold back. You are safe and protected and loved. And they might be tears of joy as you feel something breaking that you knew has been there for a long time. And you can feel it dismantling and you're starting to break free. We are in times of change. Positive change. Breathing in and breathing out. With this strawberry moon, there could be so many different meanings. To me, strawberry season is the blooming of delicious, exciting, and sweet things. They're happy and joyful. If someone said we're going to go strawberry picking, it's a fun time. Getting in the earth and picking up strawberries and savoring that sweetness. It marks the midpoint of the year. It's a time to celebrate our growth, how far we've come. It's a time to release what no longer serves us, so we can fully bloom into our authentic selves, into that next positive step, into that next project or that passion that we feel in our heart. It's like our passion is ripe and ready to bloom. And if anything's holding you back, allow these beings of light with your higher self to dismantle, release, and break allowing your fears to dissipate, bringing in confidence and excitement, a knowingness of how magnificent you truly are. I'm going to take a few moments here and allow this energy to weave through your system. Ensuring your legs and arms are uncrossed. For many of you, you've already drifted into a state of meditation or sleep, and that's completely fine. You don't have to listen to these words. It is the energy that's coming through, this loving energy that is working on you in ways that are perfect just for you. And tonight, with that full moon, we can imagine this radiant light pouring down from above, bathing you in a pink, white glow. And as you breathe in that energy, it's warm, it's comforting, and it's healing. You may have visions of something rebirthing, something growing. You may have inspirations and passions and ideas and creativity. This light is ancient. It's wise. And it knows exactly who you are and why you're here. You can feel it surrounding you, entering your energy fields, entering your heart, and reconnecting you with your divine self, your higher self, your soul, for clearer messages, a clearer connection, bringing you peace and healing and security and confidence. As we surrender to this energy, we're surrendering to that call in our heart, that knowing who we truly are. Breathing deeply, allowing a beautiful exhale. We're going to stay connected to Mother Earth during this process. And you can imagine that we have roots growing from the base of our spine or through the bottoms of our feet. And Mother Earth is connecting with us and bringing up this beautiful energy, grounding us to her love. And we have this beautiful energy from above. And the two energies are doing what they do best. Mother Earth grounding us to her. She's holding us tight, and we are connected. We have that beautiful energy coming from the heavens, coming from the moon. Feel like it's expanding us. Our etheric bodies are lifting, and beautiful healing is happening. We don't have to understand what it is or how it works. We trust, we know that we are safe in the loving arms of this divine light. Some of you are going to have a miraculous healing today. You're going to wake up different, positive, calm, excited, healed. And for some, it's going to be a nice, gentle release over the next few days. Whatever's meant to happen to you will be perfect just for you. Breathing in and breathing out, allowing this beautiful energy to do what it needs to do. You may have old memories coming up and releasing. Have emotions coming up and not sure why. Allow them process. Now gently your attention and the recurring emotional patterns, any cycles you've been noticing in your life, echoes, repeat. Are these things coming to test you? Or are things that you really need to work on to let go? Patterns keep coming up, your relationships, your self-talk, your reaction, your procrastination, your fear of success, your fear of being seen, without judgment, simply witness. Breathing in and breathing out. Acknowledge them. And as you acknowledge them, you may feel that pattern growing What is that pattern teaching? What have you not learned yet? What is it that you need? Patterns and challenges come into our lives to come to our attention, to let us know what we have hiding in our subconscious, in our energetic fields, in our cell memories. Today, you get to acknowledge them. Honor them for teaching you what you need to learn. And then resolve. Are you ready to move beyond it? Ask for the lesson. Acknowledge the lesson. And it might hurt a little bit as you break the energetic pattern and realize that perhaps it was just something too big to look at. But today, the support that you have, you are bold and strong. You're ready to let these patterns go, one by one. Some of you might see that pattern diminishing as smoke. Perhaps it's changing colors. You might just feel a release. You may want to move your body. Allow that energy to filter through. And for those of you who are still conscious, you can repeat. I now choose to release this cycle. I am ready to grow beyond it. I am ready to evolve. Breathing in and letting go. Breathing in and letting go. If another pattern comes up, another thought, a negative repeat, that negative chatter, bring it to the surface, acknowledge it, and allow it to dissolve. The fragrance of sweet strawberries in the air. Fragrance of cheese. You're doing a lovely job. Breathing in and breathing out. And as these old patterns are broken, you have created a new space, a space for new love and light to enter in your energy field, to wrap around your cells, to bring love and healing to your body. But it's also giving space to plant new seeds of energy, of those passions and excitements you hold so deep in your heart You're just too embarrassed to tell anyone, because say if you say it and then you fail. Let go of the fear of failure. Step into your magnificence. Allow your confidence to grow. As you plant this seed, that passion, that excitement, you can visualize a future version of you. What would you look like 6 months from now? Radiant, empowered, more joy and peace. But why do you have to wait 6 months? You can. But there's something inside of you saying it doesn't have to be 6 months. It could be tomorrow morning. Because this passion has been growing inside of you for a very long time. And today, you're allowing it to bloom. We're going to allow this beautiful moonlight to infuse into your heart, your solar plexus, with the energy of renewal. You're being recoded. You are being realigned. You are beginning to remember. You're connecting to your divinity. And tears might start to flow. Allow those tears to flow, because you're remembering your power. You're reconnecting to who you truly are. You can say, I welcome growth. I'm open to renewal. And I'm becoming who I was always meant to be. Doesn't that feel good? Like you're back home? You always knew there was more. And today you own it. You're gonna breathe in the new possibilities. You're gonna breathe in the freedom. And you're gonna bring in the trust and knowing that everything's gonna work out just as it should. Now, I continue in this beautiful basting in this moon energy with these beings of light. But we're going to start to send this healing energy to your loved ones, your homes, your pets. And whether you're conscious or not, it's already activated, it's already knowing, and that is what is happening. But if you happen to have a special intention in your heart, you can send out that energy to those intentions, but knowing, trusting and believing that your loved ones are getting exactly what they need. Your home is filling up with the light of God and divine energy, giving peace and joy and relaxation. And your pets, they've been basing this energy all this time. They're open and loving these types of healings. You can imagine that ripples of that pink lunar light surrounding each of those loved ones, your friends and family. You, dear one, are the lighthouse, a beacon of change. And today we come together, not just for ourselves, not just for our family and friends. We come together to bring love and light and healing to planet Earth. To all these beautiful humans, to all the animals, plants, to the water molecules and the air molecules, to the forests and the mountains, to all bodies of water, to the marine life, to the Earth's core, to the atmosphere. We're all on this planet together. As Mother Earth heals, we heal. And as we heal, Mother Earth heals. You can imagine this beam of light coming out of your heart. Along with these beautiful beings of love. There's unlimited love here. This beam of light is so tremendous. It's so large. We can't even explain, imagine. But it is surrounding Mother Earth. It is weaving through Mother Earth. It is touching the hearts of everyone. Now we can't force this energy. We can only make it available. But for those who are open to receiving the love, for those who are ready to remember who they are, may they benefit in whatever way is highest and best for them. May they know their magnificence. May they realize how powerful and important they are. May they realize peace and compassion and love are the answer. May they feel reconnected and loved. And as this beautiful energy continues to weave, we're adding extra energy in the darkest places of the earth, in places where there's been so much trauma or fires or war. This extra love right now is needed more than ever. This healing energy is so powerful. It is making a huge difference. It is opening the hearts and minds of those who are ready. It is creating a popcorn effect of love. Together, you're raising the frequency and vibration of planet Earth, of human consciousness. You're sending out healing energy to the animals, to our waters, to the jungles and the forests. Every blade of grass, we're all one. We're all connected. Today, things change for the positive. The momentum on this planet is moving towards love and compassion. We see it every day. The eyes of gratitude, hope for a better world is here. It's no longer needs to be a hope, it is now a knowing. There's powerful momentum here. And you are part of this. The energy is so powerful right now. Each and every one of us are getting this energy back to us. Breathing in and breathing out. And you can imagine this energy is magnifying. It's moving to the universe, to the stars, to the multi-universe. It continues in a ripple effect of love. That is bringing peace and love to our hearts and the hearts of so many. I'm going to take a few moments here to bask in this beautiful love and this beautiful strawberry moon energy as we give thanks to these beings of light who have assisted today, to our higher selves and our divine guidance, to this universal love. Great love for all of us. We are known. We are loved beyond measure. And as we slowly start to come back into our bodies, back back into our bodies, wiggling our fingers and toes. There might be some of you that want to stay in the energy. We're going to bring you back. Reconnecting with yourself. You're now a new version. A lot more love, a lot more light, more connection, more knowing, more peace, more calm, more creativity, more health. With today's healing, there was a big activation of your immune systems, a rebalancing of that energetic field, allowing miracles to happen at the physical, mental, emotional level. Anchoring that energy. For those of you who are back, you may want to drink some water. Beautiful. That energy was so tremendously powerful. And that energy is going to be available for the next days. Drink lots of water. Be thankful. Allow it to work. Acknowledge the energy. Appreciate the energy. And allow it to do whatever's best for you. Drinking lots of water. Being kind to yourself. And remembering that sweetness of that strawberry. At one point I could smell strawberries. It was like I was in a patch of strawberries. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm gonna stay on here for a minute or two just to make sure everyone's okay. A lot of you are still in dreamland, I believe, or meditation, but some of you are coming back. And if you're having any emotional responses and you want to chat with me on it, you can just send me a direct message. Because that was pretty intense. So there might be some releasing still going on. You're all very welcome. Imagine yourselves lit up, and wherever you go, you're going to light up those beside you. Your bodies are healing. Your mental states are healing. You're feeling peace and calm. We're all very welcome. Looks like everyone's all right. I'm getting lots of thank yous. No one's in distress. Great. Which is pretty deep. We went pretty deep there. So